Hello. All
Did
right.
you did
We
you
are
click?
live. We are live, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I am going to bring you a brand new series for the summer only because I am home for summer vacation. And I just really want to kind of expand the channel a little bit into our community here. And I've met so many wonderful people here. I have participated in chats in other places. I love watching other YouTubers. I'm always telling people how much I love to learn about new people that do content. And I have a couple of special guests with me today. One is Kelly at Hip Flipping Mama. She's going to help me with and with kind of the technical side of it because she's very good at it and I'm not. And I really have never done a hosted hangout. And the other is Lucia, who does wonderful videos on jewelry jars. So I really want to first introduce you to Kelly so she can tell us about herself, and then we'll let Miss Lucia speak. So, Kelly?
Hi everybody, it's Mama, Hip Flipping Mama, aka Kelly. I'm a top rated seller on eBay since 2000, and I do usually weekly jewelry auctions. Not this Wednesday, but usually every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on my channel, Hip Flipping Mama. So catch me there. But I am just residing here as executive producer of this show, and I will be comedy relief and troll smasher. So that is me.
Okay, let me get back to my Google Hangout here and go to our special guest.
Yay!
And that is Lucia. Tell us about yourself, Lucia.
Now?
Yes, please. Right now, it's you in the,
Now?
on the
Okay.
floor.
Yeah, hi everybody, it's me, Lucia. I started YouTube on November 2018, and right now I'm just a full time reseller and a mom, pretty much, and a wife. November 2018, and right now I'm just a full time reseller.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So you are a full-time reseller. That was one of the questions I wanted to ask you,
Yes.
Lucia. Did you start reselling first? Have you always been a reseller, or did this come after YouTube?
It kind of came with the YouTube. No, I didn't sell before.
Okay.
Because I was working and I got laid off in November, and I decided, that I can do something else with my with my life,
Yeah,
something
reselling is great.
like my own thing. So I was watching you guys, especially you and Anita, on my lunch breaks. That was my therapy, and I kind of started this business, just kind of being inspired by you guys.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting to note. I was reselling first, and I started the YouTube kind of as an extension of reselling, and I did
Hmm.
videos about thrifting. Those were my first videos. Now, you've always done your videos about jewelry, correct?
Yes, or
They've always,
jewelry only.
okay. And who was kind of like your influencer in jewelry in your life? Did your mom love jewelry? With me, it was my dad actually who loved jewelry.
To be honest, not my mom. I grew up in a communist country where we didn't have too many jewelry. It was pretty limited, the supplies and everything. When I came here to America in 2007, I had my own business and I was doing an adult foster home, and I had some really, really lovely ladies. Um, and they came when they moved into my house, they came with their own, stuff and jewelry. So that's where I kind of got inspired. And I just loved the way they were loving their jewelry and the way they were talking about jewelry. So we had a lot of fun, and I learned a lot from them.
Okay, so
So
that's
yeah.
kind of where you got that love of jewelry is when you came
Yes.
to America. That's
Yes.
interesting.
Yes.
And what about thrifting? How did that come into play? When did you start finding things at thrift stores?
Well, to be honest, I was shopping at Goodwill, but mostly like individual items. I never bought jars before I saw you guys on YouTube, and I don't know. I liked, and I wasn't very sure what would be in the jar, you know. So I just kind of, I never bought the jars until I saw you on YouTube and Anita, and I bought one, and then the second one I was like, ooh, I can actually make a video out of this. So that was my second jar that I start doing the YouTube.
So you ran into some jars in the counter as you were looking at other jewelry. You had never
Yes.
seen the jars before, or did you see the videos for jars first?
I saw the videos. Yes.
And then you started
Yes.
picking them up.
Yes. So that was, again, you guys were an inspiration to me.
That's so fun to know. But you went to Goodwill for what reason? Because a lot of people shop, like I used to shop at Goodwill because I had 4 kids, and a friend of mine took me, and I found great toys for them, and then I just addicted. And you know, I even bought their clothing there and everything. Not so much that I couldn't afford it, but because you know they outgrow kids' clothes out outgrown in 6 months. So why not? Is that what you were doing as well?
Actually, I was going a lot. I was going shopping with my, like I told you, I had a foster home, and we had this type of activities where we used to go shopping, and we used to go a lot at Goodwill. I used to drive my ladies, because that's what I call them, my ladies, to Goodwill because I don't know, they liked the thrift stores more than the regular, you know, like in the mall or whatever. So yeah, that's what I went with them shopping, and I saw the jewelry, and we had fun. We always had fun picking up items at the counter, especially jewelry. That's what we mostly were shopping for jewelry.
That's fabulous to know. I also want to know, you're saying a foster home. Now, was this like a special needs community?
No, it's an adult foster home. So you take in your home, you are taking care of the elderly.
Okay, you take on like a boarder, and you in your home.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I did that for 4 years. Yeah, 4 years, and yeah, I learned a lot, and I feel blessed that I was able to, you know, be with them at their last days, and it was a very to me a very uplifting experience.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. I love that you know you can go in a different age group and be able to provide enrichment for them, and at the same time they provided you with this love of jewelry.
Exactly. Yeah, love of jewelry, love of paint, because one was an artist, so she was painting a lot, so she taught me how to paint.
Wow.
And so and I have a lot of jewelry that are they left me when they passed away. So I have a really nice collection from.
I'll bet you do. Kelly, can you show me on the Hangout how to go back and forth from all of us so we can all kind of contribute? Because I think I had it locked on Lucia. Is that correct?
All you do is click the white box again, and the white box will go away.
Okay, I think, well then, I don't know if I was doing it right to begin with, but oh my goodness, I'm so intrigued by that foster home, as you called it, or what did you call it? Foster home, right?
Yeah, it's called, here in Oregon, it's called adult foster home.
And have you done a video on the collection from the ladies?
Not yet.
Not yet. You should. I think that would be really interesting.
I will. Yeah, I will.
Okay, Thelma, are you wanting to focus solely on Lucia right now?
No, I'd like for it to go back and forth.
Okay, so click the arrow that's in the box. Do you see an arrow box? Click that arrow.
Okay.
And then click present to everybody. Or I mean, unclick
stop presenting.
Yeah.
Okay, I click stop presenting now.
Yeah.
Is it working?
I still see the box.
That's so funny. Okay, I have to do it at Google Hangouts, right?
Yep.
And I've clicked. Well, there's 2 arrows now. Okay, there it goes. Is it better?
I still see it. Well, I'm talking, and it should come to me. Okay, now it says it's that you ended the presentation for Lucia. So Lucia. So it should be coming to me. So let me flick back to, okay, it is. You're good now. You're
Okay,
good.
I'm so glad this is working out fairly well, guys. Thank you so much for your patience, Lucia. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. And I keep wanting to call you Lucia. I think I've mentioned to you before. I have a best friend named Lucia. That's the Spanish pronunciation. But you're originally from where now?
Say it again.
Where are you originally from? Romania, correct?
Romania. Yes, Romania.
And you'll be vacationing there again this year, you said you were going to?
This summer, yes, for
How
a few weeks.
fabulous. So you still have your mom there and everyone?
Everybody, yeah. It's just my whole family is there. It's just me and my boys here.
And how old are your children?
My oldest son is 19 and my youngest son is 17.
How do they feel about your YouTube career?
They laughed at me at the beginning. They were like, "Are you serious, Mom?" But no, I think they are okay, and they are proud of me every time I tell them about, I did this or I had another sale on Etsy and stuff. They're like, "Ooh, good for you, Mom." So they are proud of me, but at the beginning they were a little bit skeptical.
Yeah. When I first started, I got a Google. They sent me some information to fill out for, getting monetized and whatnot. And my son made fun of me, and he's in his 30s. He said, "They're writing to you to tell you to stop making YouTube so lame." And I was like, but now of course, he's probably the only one of my children who watches my videos occasionally. But it's good to know you have that support. Your videos are phenomenal. They get, like 7,000 views within one day or something. They're just incredible. Have you checked your demographics, and are they coming from other countries as well?
I think so. To be honest, I never looked. I never went to YouTube and actually see where are they coming from. Probably a few are from Romania. But yeah, and I think from Philippines, I saw a lot of subscribers, and Australia and Europe.
Yeah, that's good to know. What about you, Kelly? Where are most of your viewers from?
From the US and Australia. I have friends in Australia.
Okay.
So yeah, I've got several friends in Australia. So I pick up subscribers from them. When I first started, I picked up a lot of subscribers from them. So I have a few in Kenya, a few in Paris, but the bulk of it's US and then Australia.
Yeah, great.
And Lucia, why did you say you started YouTube?
Oh, because I got laid off in November. I was working in a lab, and they kind of finished the project, and it wasn't the best job for me, to be honest, because I was always wearing a lab coat and gloves and masks, so I was always covering myself. I wasn't myself there. I felt that I was
I felt the same way when I worked at a clinic. I hated wearing scrubs. That was one of the things I absolutely hated about the job. I love color, I love jewelry, I love fashion, and I felt stifled every single day that I had to put those scrubs on. That's so interesting.
Yeah, I was suffocating there, so I wasn't happy. And when I got laid off, I was like, actually, you know what? This is God's intervention or whatever. It's just, it wasn't meant to be my job. So yes, and I started after I got laid off because I had to do something with my time and
exactly
provide for my family also.
You have a science background? You said you were in a lab?
Yeah, I was a research assistant. We were working with plants.
Fun.
It was fun. The job was fun. It's just the environment was
it's hard to accessorize if everything that you accessorize with is covered up.
Yes, exactly. No, we are not supposed to wear rings. We were always had to have long socks, shoes, and it was just no.
That does a lot for you. I'm always talking about mood and how we dress. And whether you put on blue one day, or I was telling Kelly how beautiful she looks in pink today. It
Yeah,
really changes your entire mood and the way you
mood.
interact with other people, the
Yes,
way you dress and what you put on that day.
exactly.
Interestingly, though, that you do have a science background. My daughter-in-law has a PhD from University of Chicago. She's a scientist, and
Hmm.
she works in the people field right now. So
Hmm.
you can always, that background is just so diverse. I really think it takes you in a lot of places. Interestingly, how it took you to jewelry, and now with YouTube as your, I would say, a career as well, because you could definitely be lucrative in this field. I'm so glad to see that you do that. That's really interesting. How have you parlayed not only now your eBay business, but have you found that you are kind of an influencer as well? Have you been contacted by companies to do certain products?
Yes,
Wonderful.
yes. Uh, but I'm not, how can I say this? Especially with jewelry. So they contact me and they wanted me to send jewelry. And I don't think this is me right now,
Okay. Mhm.
uh, showing. I like jewelry jars and I like the vintage ones and the old ones. Uh, and I would like to keep it a little bit like this,
Organic. You want to keep
organic.
it
Yes.
organic coming,
Yes.
you know.
I feel that
Right.
if they are sending me something, uh, I feel obligated to uh, kind of show it to my viewers, but maybe it's not what I want, or maybe it's not what I like, and I do not want to influence them in any way.
You want to keep everything more organic.
Yes.
Hmm.
And that surprise when you open a jar, or it's that
Exactly.
excitement. So
And plus, it's
yeah,
hard to be passionate about what you're sharing with your viewers if
yes,
it's not something that you're passionate about.
yeah, exactly, yes,
Exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
I've been contacted by several companies as well. And the jewelry, I usually, they send you a little preview, and I do like to look at that. And I usually give them away. I think it's a good way
Hmm.
to integrate that into
Yes.
my, my subscribership, and show them my gratitude for them and all of that.
Hmm.
But when
Yeah.
I get like the one time I got one for a phone case or a phone holder or something, and that's just not really part of the community right
Uh-huh.
now. So I turn that kind of stuff down. You're so
Mhm.
right about the organic feel. Your ride along videos are that way too. I feel like I'm almost there. Do you let anybody know that you're filming when you're there? I know Kelly does.
No. No.
Hi,
To be honest,
everybody. It's
no.
Mama.
No, I think I did only two, because I don't think they were very comfortable with me filming. So I wasn't also comfortable with them kind of looking at me funny. So,
Right.
so I was kind of sneaking my phone.
That's what I do. That's what I do with my phone. I'll
Yeah.
turn it on in the car and I'll walk in, and some people know, and I have been recognized a couple of times where someone will even say, "Hey, that's a YouTuber" or something, and I'll just like, "Shh." Has that happened to you? Have you been recognized as well? I'm sure you have.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not, uh, yeah. And I don't even know if it's legal or not to record or not. I don't know.
Well, some places will put a stipulation, like I've tried, and I have filmed at pawn shops, but they do have a sign, do not film, because I think what's happening a lot, guys, with the reason they're so strict at retail outlets and places is because criminals do that. They do, like at Louis
Oh.
Vuitton, they had where a car will, I know in Chicago, when I tried to film at Gucci, they were very, very adamant, please don't, da da da. And then someone else had said, they just ran into Louis Vuitton, which was right next door, like a month before. They crashed the car. They took out millions of bags, and stole them. So that's one of the precautionary things I
Okay.
don't think that's what Goodwill is about, but that's one of the reasons why they do it at a lot of stores. They just don't allow that. But
Yeah.
if there's
Lucia,
not a sign, I'm pulling out the camera. What about you, Kelly?
well, the camera's already out when I walk in. And I have a question for you, Lucia, but the camera's already out when I walk in. I say, hi, everybody. Mama's here. People will say, hi, Mama. And then I'll say, I'm filming, okay? And if no one objects, I keep filming. So
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and that's wherever I go, that's how I do it. But Lucia, Diane Hutchinson wants to know where you obtained the knowledge that you have, the extensive knowledge on the stones and the gems and the metals and whatnot that you are so very knowledgeable on. How did you obtain that? Did you just pick it up as you went along, or are you a gemologist?
No, I'm not. No, actually, I was a lawyer in Romania. I finished the law school. So,
Science is a lawyer. See?
yeah, uh, I learn as I go, and I do read a lot. And I bought a lot of posters and books with stones, and yeah, I do a lot of study. I I don't think I'm that knowledgeable, but uh, I'm trying my best. And I always say it looks like. I never said, "Oh, this is a turquoise piece or
Yes,
whatever,"
yes.
because I'm always afraid that it might not be, and then I don't want to mislead anybody or say something that is not.
Yeah.
But I think if you say it looks like, or in my opinion, this is what I see it, then it's okay.
That's
And I'm
what I
trying my
like
best.
to do too. Or I like to ask the viewers, what do you think it is? Help me out here,
Mm-hmm.
because I think we all learn that way.
Yes.
And I think by actually just enjoying the product, you learn more. It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't enjoy what the job you were doing before
Yeah.
because of a certain reason. I think when you do start doing jewelry, and if you really have a love for it, you want to learn more and more about it. Interesting, Lo, that you say you have a science background and a law background, and jewelry is still like a common denominator here for a lot of us. Kelly, what did you do before? I know you were in some kind of corporate world there that was pretty strict and hard on you as well.
Well, yes, it was strict, which I was okay with the strictness because I come from corporate management. So I'm okay with the strictness. It was hard on me medically, with my medical woes, but most recently, the last 3 years, I worked at a hospital. So, and in the actual hospital, and then the last year was administration until 3 months ago when I went full-time reseller. Yay!
Yay.
Exactly. Where do
But
you sell, Lucia? Only eBay?
Etsy. I try on eBay too, but I think I like Etsy a little bit better.
Etsy is very, very, very lucrative for jewelry. I think there's a
Mm-hmm.
really
Yes.
a good following there for jewelry, especially for the Monet and the Napier and the brands that we find
Yeah.
from the vintage brands. They're very good
Yes.
for James Avery as well. I find a lot of James Avery here in Texas, and it sells well for the rare and the retired there. The
Yeah.
other common stuff I will put up on eBay or Poshmark. What do
Mm-hmm.
you find is your best seller in jewelry, as far as brands or even rings or bracelets or?
Me?
Yes.
Uh, I think I don't think I have a bestseller, but I know people love silver, so
Mhm.
I'm trying to list a lot of silver items, and I I mostly go towards earrings and bracelets. That's my kind of my my niche.
Yeah, good, good. A lot of people don't even like to photograph earrings. They're the most tough, I think, to photograph.
Yes, they are.
I had to buy special little things to hold them, or else I would use these little hands that I have, or something like that. They're very difficult, but
Yeah.
they are good sellers, as are rings.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Now, how do you keep from keeping everything? My hoard, as you can see, is incredible, and I give away a lot of stuff. I do what do you call it, grab boxes and all of that, but I still am drowning. How do you keep from becoming a hoarder as well?
I am still I'm still a hoarder, so I'm not. I don't think I can overcome that that word. Uh, but I have them in boxes, and my husband made me in a bathroom. I have a bathroom that is, and nobody's using that, so he put me on the walls something to hang all the necklaces, and I separate everything: bracelets, earrings, by colors, by material. So I have a kind of like a system.
Right.
But
I've got 10 more.
Pardon, Kelly? Go ahead.
I've got pegboard for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got an entire pegboard system.
You can do the whole room though, right? You have more, Kelly?
Yes, I do. Well, I put up 2 more pegboards.
Oh, there you go.
Lucia, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of goes to being a hoarder. Aside from, we're getting a lot of comments from the viewers about how beautiful your voice is, how they can fall asleep to your voice, and how you get such beautiful and wonderful jewelry jars and the wonderful things you get in your jewelry jars.
Yeah.
My question to you is, how many jewelry jars do you have, and how many do you have to acquire to do the videos that you do? And then how much of that are you listing approximately to keep from being that hoarder? Because you do a lot of jars.
Yeah, I try to go and buy one a week. So I kind of go shopping to Goodwill every other day to different stores. And I look at the jars. I don't always buy the jars. I just go, and if I see something that I like, I buy it.
You have an abundance of jars, though. I have never seen so many jars in one Goodwill at one time.
Right? So there is a lot to choose from.
Exactly. Is it like that every week when you show up? Or whenever you go?
There are good days and bad days, but and there are also, depends on the Goodwills, which one am I going. But there are a few, at least 2 Goodwills that I go every other day, and they are having kind of like, at least 10.
Oh my goodness. Is there anybody competing with you? I know I have a lot of competition here where I have to go in and camp out on Saturdays if I want to get one. Or they let that lady in early. She's actually, managed to get them to open the door an hour before they're supposed to open. Do you have competition?
No, I didn't see anybody there buying jars. I don't know. And if it's competition, everybody's welcome.
For everyone then, huh?
Yeah, everybody's welcome. And I try to buy one a week, at least one a week. But
Lucia.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Picky Chick, aka Barb,
yes,
she is obviously a large fan of yours. She wants to know, when you're photographing your jewelry, she loves your photography. What lighting do you use when you photograph your jewelry?
I go outside on my deck.
Well, that would be why it would be so beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I love about jewelry. That's really the way I used to do it when I had a camera. When I used a standard camera, the lighting from outdoors is incredible. You can't beat it, but it's just so hot. Here in Texas, it's really not feasible all year long, but you have pleasant weather there most of the time, don't you, in Oregon?
Right now, yes, but most of the time it's cloudy and rainy.
Yeah, so you have to take advantage of your weather too when it's good.
Yes, when I'm not outside, it's just a regular light, and I made myself a light box from a dollar store. I bought some cardboard, and I made a box. And
that was Kelly's idea recently too, right, Kelly? You're gonna have to do a tutorial on that. Well, I missed that one because I need a light box too.
I feel like there's been a lot of people doing the same thing, and it may have been on one of my lives. I did show how I did my light box.
Yeah.
But I don't have a specific video as to how I do my light box.
Do it.
I've seen so many popping up since.
But let me tell you something, Kelly, if I can interject.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say there's so many jar videos. There's a reason why Lucia has a lot of viewers on her jar videos. Though they are many out there, it's because her voice is beautiful, her hands are beautiful. She knows how to present things that we want to see. And we want to watch you, Kelly, because we want to watch you. So when somebody requests a video, you say, yes, I'm going to do it, because I know there's 10 other videos out there.
Yes.
But we want to watch you do it. So that's the difference. There's always someone doing, how to list on Etsy, what I sold on eBay. but there's reasons why these are called YouTube personalities, and yours is endearing, Lucia's is endearing, and that's, the difference here. And I think that's something we should always consider.
Well, thank you, Thelma. And I will, because you have requested it, I will do a dedicated video to a new light box.
There you go.
I will put that on the list. I tend to hide my nuggets in my tutorials within my lives.
Yeah.
And then I don't label my lives what is the tutorial is that's in it.
Yeah, do that. Do tutorials, then do some playlists so we can go watch those little snippet videos of tutorials. Yeah. And the same thing with Lucia and her beautiful nails. Tell us about your nails. How many times a week do you change colors? They're amazing. I love them.
Once a week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do them once a week.
So they're your natural nails, I assume, then, if it's once a week.
Yes, once a week. I change the color once a week.
Oh, you're fabulous. I just love them. I wish I could grow mine that long. They break every minute.
Well, this is polygel on top of my natural nails. So
it is. So that's why they're nice and strong. Yes. My sister's blessed with beautiful long nails as well. They don't break. She just puts on the lacquer or something, and they stay on forever, but they are really beautiful. Your hands are amazing. What is your favorite type of jewelry to wear yourself? Was there earrings? Victorian, Art Nouveau, modern? What do you like?
I kind of like everything. I don't have a favorite. It so depends on the mood and depends on what I'm wearing also. But I like the vintage ones and everything that is Art Nouveau and like the Bohemian style, everything that is old and vintage. Yeah. And sparkles, of course. Sparkles.
Right.
Everything with rhinestones.
Like me too. I think that's why we hoard the jewelry, because we can't decide which one we like the best. Sometimes I wish I could be like my daughters that just put on pearls and their wedding rings and they're set. It's so, life's too short to just limit yourself to a certain genre of jewelry, I think. What about you, Kelly? You've just started piling on those rings, haven't you?
Yeah, actually, I've always loved rings. And when I saw you wearing knuckle rings and whatnot, I thought, oh, I could do that, because I always thought I was too old to do that. In my 50s, I just thought, that would not be appropriate. I've got gray hair. And then I see this beautiful goddess with white hair doing it. And I thought, I can rock this too. And so, yeah, I sometimes wear 10 or 12 rings. I mean, they're tiny little rings, knuckle rings and regular rings. But yeah, I've really gotten into my rings. But even before the show, Thelma, you were looking at my necklaces going, okay, take this one off. Nope, that one looks better. Let's wear that one.
We were layering her up. She had about 3 and one was competing with the other. So, but they look great. And I do love to pile on the necklaces. Lately I've changed too. I used to be I love gold, and then I went into a silver phase and a turquoise, and sometimes I pretend I'm Cher back in the 70s and pile on that turquoise, and other days it's pearls. I have this lovely pearl that Vanessa sent me, and I had to put this on with this dress. I thought it was perfect. So yeah, jewelry is such fun. But tell me, Lucia, how is there a certain video that you would like to do that you haven't done? Is there content that you would like to explore besides jewelry?
Besides jewelry? Well, I'm planning on when I go to Romania this summer, I would like to show and share my viewers and my followers a little bit of Romania, seen from my eyes as a native, and kind of show them how beautiful it is, and just kind of change a little bit the content.
Yes.
But
that would be wonderful. We would love that. That would be kind of a vlog style. That's what I'm loving about Walta Smeed. She's a new content creator that I started following, and she started following me, and she does jewelry. If she does it, like she'll walk into a little charity shop over there, or she'll show us some of the beautiful picturesque scenery, and it's very, very interesting to have that. I hope you do that. I really do. You don't have to, get personal with maybe your family. Maybe you could introduce your family to us. That would be fun. But just showing us your side, that's a great way to look at it as a native
Yes.
would be
Yes.
great. I hope you do that. I really,
Yes, I'm planning on doing that. Yes.
Are you going to bundle up all of your inventory, Lucia, and take it with you?
No, I can't. No,
so
because
good.
you're paying for the luggage, so I'm not gonna. Um, but I uploaded some videos for my viewers, so they don't miss me. And
Good.
yes, while I'm in Romania, I just want to focus on Romania.
Fabulous. And you said that there was not much in jewelry there. Are there charity shops or anything of that sort in Romania?
They are called secondhand shops, but they don't have jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't
So
sell
people
jewelry.
are more utilitarian there, and it's more about
Yes,
clothing.
clothes, shoes, and other stuff, and they are not as uh, huge as this, like Goodwill or Salvation Army here. No, they are just tiny little secondhand shops, and those are mostly stuff that are coming from like Germany and other countries in Europe, that they are donating their stuff and they are sending it to like the communist countries, the ex-communist countries.
Lucia, Jillian Smith in the chat would like to know, which city in Romania are you going to that you're from?
It's called Zalau, Zalau.
Okay.
It's in Transylvania.
Transylvania.
Yes.
Well, we're going to look that up, and I'm going to look it up because I'm a geography nerd. Don't know much about that place, but I want to find out, and I can't wait to see those videos. I hope
Yeah.
you do them. Take us in a charity shop too. That would be fun to see what kind of clothing you see there. Quick little jaunt in there if you can, if you have the internet going. Some of my charity shops have terrible internet, and I wind up having to abort them, but I hope that you can.
Yes, well, I'm planning on doing that, but our major focus will be we need to go and visit the Dracula Castle,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, I think that will be very fun to show.
Absolutely. Let me say hello to a couple of people in the chat. We failed to do that, and then we can conclude with a couple more questions. If anybody else has any questions, if you highlight them, Kelly will find them for us. We have Mary Deathley here, Gabe Gibson, Debs at Deb's Treasures, Picky Chick, Jillian Smith. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And Amazing the Film, I don't know who that is, but I'm glad you're here. And Be the Difference Clothing is here. Diane Hutton, Cecilia. I see a lot of new names. Maybe some people followed you over here. I am going to link your channel here after the video, Lucia. So if no one is following you from which I doubt, I'm sure they're all your followers and your subscribers, they can go find your channel, Cecilia, as well as Hip Flipping Mama. Be sure and subscribe to them. They have wonderful content. I know you guys have been watching them, but don't forget to put the bell as well so you can be notified. Adelaide is here, Mary Swanson, Patricia, Peaches is there also. Tell me, how have you handled, and maybe you haven't been able to, hopefully you haven't had too much of it. Kim Webster's here as well, and Swamp Picker. Lucia, how have you handled the haters there? We all have haters and trolls and people that tell you you're doing it wrong and do it like this. And how have you handled that situation?
To be honest, ignorance.
Yeah,
I
ignoring
think that's the best
the
way
ignorance for sure.
to ignore them, because we cannot please everybody, right?
Right.
And I don't pay attention to the bad stuff or whatever they say bad about me. I just ignore them and move forward. It's not. I don't let myself bothered by their comment. If it's a constructive comment, yes, and if I learn, or if there is something that I need to do that I will take in consideration. But otherwise, if it's just mean words, no, thank you.
Yeah, well, you should not engage. They always say don't engage
No.
the haters, tit for tat, because you'll never end, and then you give them that attention that they crave. So that's kind of
Yes.
what I've tried to do as well. I used to, like answer back and say something, and or if my integrity was questioned in some way. But then I came to figure out from friends and other people that it's really not worth the time
No.
do that, because I think Kelly's the one who said, there's more people that like you that don't like you. Why waste even a minute of your time addressing
Exactly.
the ones that you can't please or that are upset? And what do you say about that, Miss Kelly?
Well, I am the one that told you that, and you put it in a very nice way. I didn't put it in quite that nice of way, if you'll recall. Um, but I try and love everybody, even my trolls. I have trolls that I know are trolls that subscribe to me, but they're good trolls in my chat. They don't cause any havoc. I did have one day where I had 26 trolls and my moderators got them all. That was a little I'm not quite as loving to the trolls as I used to be, but yeah, it's the same thing. Don't worry about the people that don't like you
Yeah.
or the people that give you the thumbs down. Worry about the people that are giving you the good energy and
Exactly.
giving you the love. I like to exude love. Like I always say, I don't like to have followers. I like to have friends. And oops, lost my ring. Those are the people that I like to focus on. Are the ones that show me love, because that's what I need. That's what I get from them. So don't worry about the ones that don't like you.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same way I've come to look at it. There is constructive criticism where people will say, speak up, or I couldn't see
Yeah.
it, or the thing was blurry, and I've had trouble with the internet, as you guys know. So I always appreciate that kind of criticism. But if somebody says, don't wear all those rings because you're disturbing this, or you babble, or you called this wrong, I'm just like, thank you for watching. I don't even really delete them anymore. I just say thank you for watching and move forward,
Mm-hmm.
because there is so much more positive vibrations out there that we do need to hold on to. And that's really the only thing that keeps us going. Like, I know when I started YouTube, like I said, I started it, I wanted to show my thrift hauls. I never get any feedback from my family as much as I get from my viewers, who love when I bring something vintage or a handbag that's been out of circulation for 20 years, and people say, oh, I can't believe you found that. If I were to show that to my mom, she'd just say, oh, it's nice. So that's the exchange we get, and we feed off of it. And this YouTube is addicting. I can't stop making videos. I really can't. Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could stop. I get so much positivity out of it. What keeps you going, Miss Lucia? What keeps you coming back to more video making?
The jury, right? And the excitement and the fun, and knowing that somebody is waiting for my video, or knowing that somebody is enjoying the video, I think it's what keeps me going.
Exactly.
And even if there are 100, that's fine, or 10,000, it doesn't matter. As long
Mhm.
as you can make somebody happy, then, I just, makes me happy too. And
Exactly.
yeah, like you said, I cannot stop, and I won't stop.
Well, good. I hope you do expand your repertoire, because we do want to see Romania. We want to see those collections from those lovely ladies that you
Yes, I
have,
will.
and all of that. That would be such fun. I think we're probably going to get ready to conclude unless we have another question. Kelly, did you see any other questions in the chat?
No more questions.
But I'm honored that you came on, Lucia. I love your videos. Absolutely adore them. Do you want to tell us the name of your stores if you want? You don't have to. But if somebody wants to check out your eBay stores, just give us the name if you'd like.
I
If you
don't remember my eBay name.
You don't? Okay, that's fine. We'll find you another way, or your Etsy stores. If you'd like, you can email me the link and I'll put it in the video. If
Okay.
you like,
Yes.
we can do that. I'm going to put everybody's link as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to let you go in case you have other things to do. And I have to go do something with my car in a little while as well. But again, thank you, Kelly, for helping me. You're such a wonderful, what did we call you? An executive producer?
Yes. That I named myself the executive producer of this talk show, and hopefully I'm going to renegotiate my contract so that I might get paid for jewelry. But we'll see.
Well, we have asked for a more wonderful guest. I can't thank you enough, Lucia. I'm looking forward to more videos.
Thank you.
Have a safe trip to Romania, and we are going to be looking for you to put up those videos of your countryside over there, okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Thelma. Thank you for having me.
So very much.
Lucia, stay on for a moment, okay?
Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it.